Hi Sagittarius, this is Nyanja with Chooses Chain Tarot, and I'm here to do your spring equinox reading. And spring equinox happens from the dates of March 20th to June 20th, and that's Aries season, Taurus season, and Gemini season. So let's get started with the reading. So your overall message for Aries season is deceit and resistance. So someone has not done right by you. They've done you wrong, and you're refusing to look at it. You're refusing to look at the nuances of it, because there's a certain responsibility you have towards why they did you wrong, and you don't want to admit that. You have to face that, and then you have to, in order to face the whole situation, you have to face that one thing of what you did wrong or what you put out or whatever. Your obligation and responsibility is crucial for you to really accept that they did you wrong. So your your tarot cards are the Justice in reverse, the Hermit, and the Six of Swords. So yeah, so with the Justice in reverse, it's like you receive what you put back. You receive what you've put out. So right now, your behavior, how you're engaging with yourself, how you're engaging with your partners, how you're engaging in your workplace is not aligned with your inner morals and expectations. And so it's asking you during Aries season to just really take the time to dig, do the internal digging, do the introspection required for you to understand what your responsibility in the situation is. And that will allow you to, get the information. You see here, these are swords, and with the Justice card, it's a sword here. It's, information, clarity. You'll be able to use that clarity to move forward. Yeah, so you have the Nine of Pentacles and the Magician in reverse. So the Nine of Pentacles is saying you have the resources to be able to kind of do that work. You have the tools. It's like the tools are in front of you, the materials are in front of you, but that one step is what's preventing you from really doing the introspection required. And a lot of it centers your own need for self-sufficiency and stability. And maybe something happened where, someone, is pressuring you to, show up in ways that you're not capable of or don't have desire to do or feel like it's doing too much. Someone's doing too much and you're like, no, I just really gotta focus on myself, so, my energy, like, really though. And they're just like, they don't take it well. And you don't want to see why you're, feeling so impacted by them not taking it well. And with the Magician in reverse, it's just really getting to that point of recognizing the fact that, you have to really internalize, internally, you have the internal resolve and capacity, like I said, with the Nine of Pentacles, not just energetically and materially, but emotionally and, thoughts-wise, passion-wise. All the energy is here. It's just a matter of really recognizing and internalizing it. You have the Hermit again to clarify, so that's it. So your overall advice for this period is, I love myself completely and unconditionally. Part of self-love is to, stick to your boundaries, stand up for yourself, and be gentle with yourself even when you make mistakes. Be gentle with yourself when people react to you in really negative ways. Be gentle with yourself and be open and receptive to the knowledge and the communications that the world is trying to give you, but be able to discern when it's not useful and it's not constructive. So that was really straightforward. So your and that was Aries season is March 20th to April 20th, and then from Taurus season is from April 21st to May 20th. So you have illuminate and guide. So your path is being shown to you. You know, you took the path. You're moving forward on this path to move towards self-love. You know, now you know that you have the ability with the magician, remember, to, you know, direct and shape and augment and do whatever to fix or change the path that you want to. Now you realize that you have that power of self-control, really. Self-control and restraint. And stability. Like, having that emotional stability and foundation will prevent anybody from rocking you. Having that information is what's really going to illuminate the path. You know, it's going to be the groundwork of the path, like you with the Six of Swords here. All right. Oh, did I start right? Yeah, Six of Swords here. All right. So your tarot cards for Taurus season are Two of Swords in reverse, the Ten of Wands, and the Two of Wands. So once you make a decision about what to do with all this information, because this is your energy, Sagittarius, like this is your shit that you've piled up, and you have to make a decision on how to deal with it. You know, because along the path you're on, you're facing other things. It wasn't just that one instance. Like this, several other instances are gonna face you, and you're gonna have to make, you know, continue to make decisions to be able to move forward. Oh, man. Tarot today is being so funny, y'all. Alright, so you have this Father of Swords in reverse, which is the King of Swords in reverse. So I think I'm getting this as an energy. This is a person, air-like person, who's very bossy, controlling, manipulative, argumentative, critical, hypercritical. And this could be your energy of internalizing all this energy. But either way, this energy or this person is kind of, you know, building up these wands. But the good thing about the Ten of Wands is that this is the end of a cycle, you know, and you have the Ten of Wands come up here again with your clarifying cards here. So it's emphasizing like literally on this card. So it's emphasizing you just building up all this energy, all these burdens that you're carrying on your shoulder that either this person told you about yourself or you've been telling about yourself. You know, like the path is illuminated, but all the little things that are being, you know, that you're gathering and holding on to, whether people are placing in your hands or you're picking it up yourself, all these things are going to be illuminated because you need to make a decision around how to address it. Like, yeah, these two cards, making a decision, and also it just has to do with balance. I mean, they're the twos. It's trying to find this internal clarity and balance, and this, you know, balance towards your spirit and your passions. And I think that's what's going to allow you to be able to kind of address these Ten of Wands energy, all these burdens that you've been carrying. And so your advice for this time period is, I am ready, thank you. So I'm going to read that. So when we're finally ready to spread our wings and fly, feeling gratitude for all that guided us to this moment will help welcome more support for the next journey. You're more ready than ever to take the leap and embrace expansion. You worked hard to arrive here and are prepared to receive the right fruits of your efforts. Doors are opening with promising, well-timed opportunities. Walk into this new chapter with immense gratitude. It will fill each moment with more joy and beauty. If uncomfortable sensations arise, know that this is a natural part of the process as you move into an evolved version of yourself and your offering in the world. This is an auspicious and magnetic time, and you have guidance all around you. Be open and soar with all that you are. Yeah, just straightforward. I love when the cards do that. I love it. All right, so let's get to Gemini season, which is May 21st to June 20th. So we have release and wealth. And I think it's still going off of the idea of expansion. Is allowing yourself to release all the things that are not necessary, so the expansion, so all the wealth, so all the abundance can come into your life. And I think, what is another message I'm getting from here? I'm like, there's another message. Alert. definitely is a message of releasing expectations around what it means to be wealthy, in all the aspects that wealth touches your life, financially, emotionally, spiritually. This abundance is what I'm getting. But there's another message that's happening around, I think it's going back to the idea of gratitude. It's like you can see here with the crystals, there's, the large crystals, but then there's, the smaller crystals right above that are not touching each other. But it's still this idea of, having different kinds of wealth. I think that's what it is. Understanding there's different kinds of ways to feel wealthy, to feel abundance, to feel, whole. That's what it is, to feel whole. And to release halves of yourself that are not actually turning into a whole. Release pieces of yourself that are just fragments and they're not actually, contributing to this wealth. All right, that's the other message I was getting. So your tarot cards for Gemini season are the Nine of Pentacles, the Knight of Pentacles, the Eight of Wands, and the Seven of Pentacles in reverse. So what I got here is just like, don't be impatient and don't talk too fast. Don't try to push it, is what I'm getting, because this is your energy with the Eight of Wands. And the Eight of Wands has to do with communication, all different types of forms, social media, texting, are just really trying to, it really is also just a pattern as well, because the eights have to do with patterns and habits. And there's a pattern of how you're communicating or how you're trying to connect to your passion that is kind of reflecting a sort of like impatience that's happening. Like, in order to like receive the abundance of manifestation, you're gonna have to wait, because this is definitely a card of things manifesting slowly. The Pentacles, especially the Knight of Pentacles, is a slow movement towards your dreams, your goals, your aims, your passions, these relationships, different mindset. So it's like, take your time. I think you're gonna be moving along, and then you're gonna have this period in the middle of Gemini season where you're just like trying to push it, and it's really saying like, nah. Oh, interesting. This came out again. Oh, okay. Oh. So you have the Hierophant, the Six of Pentacles or Six of Wands in reverse, and the Strength card. And so a lot of this behavior toward this communication, this wanting communication, you want to have communication, pushing things, is sort of out of a place of insecurity and unconfidence, lack of confidence. And with the Hierophant, is saying it's because you're in the process of creating a life philosophy, mentality, and mindset. In the process, in the process of creating this, Strength card, this internal resolve, this, it's always a continuous conversation to be able to have this internal like stability and courage, and or knowledge that it's always a resource available to you. But I think this is definitely saying, it took time to build religions. It took time to build institutions. It's going to take time for you to have, a different understanding of what wealth means to you. So give yourself that time and don't pressure it, don't push it. And so your overall advice for this time period of Gemini season is I focus on what is working. And that's definitely saying, like, if you're just pushing it and pushing and pushing, you're not going to see the like little pieces of manifestations, little signs that are coming up. You're not going to be able to see them. You're going to ignore them. You're going to take some things for granted. Like if your partner is trying to do right by you and you're just focusing on the negative, you're not going to see all the little things that they're trying to do to make your life feel more sustainable. Or your friendships as well. It's just kind of this needing this bigger picture view, and knowing that you're creating this bigger picture view, and that takes effort. It took a long time for you to build up your mindset of where you are right now, so it's going to take time to take a shift. And it's like almost just having faith in yourself and trusting yourself that this process is going to happen. I mean, going back to this lack of confidence here, the Six of Wands here in reverse. So that's your reading. If you like a personal reading from me, like if this resonates, this feels good, you want to know more little details that are going to happen during spring equinox period, or just want to talk, about other issues in your life, hit me up for a personal reading on my website, truthischanged.tumblr.com, and we could talk it out, figure out, come up with solutions, brainstorm, whatever, in a way that feels good to you. I have full moon and new moon readings that I do every month. New moon readings that I do every month. I feel like my words are coming together. On my Instagram and on my website as well. So check that out. Thanks for watching. Blessings.